Hi guys and girls, it's me Olivia aka Sisligracy. Welcome to another video, y'all. I'm excited to make this video. I have some things that I want to teach you which I think you'll find handy in your travels. This is more aimed towards the gals, but I do think it's also handy for guys to know these things because there might be some interesting ideas that you can tell the girls in your life, like your mom or your sister or your girlfriend or friend or whoever. Yeah, so I think it's good to know this stuff. Now, we're going to talk about color illusion and fashion and dressing for your body type. Now, there are books on these kind of things. There are also people called image advisors, I think, who know this kind of stuff too. So basically, vertical body types, most of us fall into one of these three categories. So you can either have a balanced body, which is where if you divide yourself at the hip, you have a similar measurement to the top half of your body and the bottom half. Or you may be someone who has a shorter torso and longer legs, or the other way around, so you have longer legs and a shorter torso. And you can sort of do things with fashion to create a more balanced look. So for example, if you're someone with long legs, you may not tuck your t-shirt in, you may keep it out to sort of give the balance. And the same goes for if you have really long legs and shorter legs, you may want to get a bit of a heel on your boot and create the balance, lengthen the legs out. Now I want to say right now, because I can just imagine being like, oh, body types are beautiful in their own way, and absolutely, I totally agree. I'm not saying that they're not. I just wanted to give you some ideas, Let's just put it that way. Of course, everyone's beautiful in their own way. All right, so I'm just sketching away. I'm so sorry that my shoulder is in the way for these shots. When I set up these shots, I had intended for you to be able to see my sketches, but it didn't really work out that way. Sometimes this just happens. So you'll have to look at my hair and my shoulder for the time being. Okay, so here are my sketches. You can have a look at them. I think it will come into focus. Yeah, so there we go. So these are just things to keep in mind when it comes to fashion. Now, this is the vertical body type. We also can talk about the horizontal body type. Now, I don't know what the deal is for guys, but for girls, there's generally about six different types, I think. Now, the hourglass is quite aesthetically pleasing for some reason. And that's when your bust measurement, if you put a tape measure around the circumference of your bust, and the same with your hip, which is the fullest part of your bottom, is similar. It won't be the same, but if it's kind of similar. And if your waist is a little bit smaller. So that's hourglass. It doesn't matter what size you are, that hourglass ratio, I don't know, it can look nice. But there are other body types as well, of course. So I don't know how many people fit into the hourglass. There's the inverted triangle, where your bust is significantly, obviously a lot bigger than the lower half. You have the triangle, which is the other way around, where your lower half is bigger than the top half. I don't know why I wrote diamond twice, but I was meant to write rectangle when your waist isn't so defined, and oval, where you have a bit of a tummy. So they're the kind of body types. And we can keep them in mind when it comes to clothing. So I'm showing you, this is pretty simple, straightforward, 3 different colors here. So a light color top, a medium color top, and the dark color top. And you can use colors when you're creating illusions. So I will show you, I'm going to demonstrate right now. All right, so this is me in my shirt and my black jeans. And I'll tuck that in so you can have a bit of a look. Now, I am a triangle body. I am almost hourglass, but not really. I'm kind of creating an hourglass look. My lower half is bigger than my bust. Now, by wearing dark color jeans, that sort of dark colors recede, light colors add width. So it's kind of making my legs and my bust a similar sort of size, giving that kind of hourglass sort of look. I'll show you another example soon and you can see the difference. Now another thing with clothes is that like the sleeves and the hem at the bottom, they're often kind of points where the eye is drawn. Now if I roll up my sleeves, you can see, okay, the eye is probably going to go towards the sleeves. And I have a high color contrast here. I have fair skin and dark color top. So the eye kind of goes to that color contrast. And that's cool. I don't mind people looking at my arms. But sometimes you don't want to bring attention to certain areas and sometimes you do. So this is a low color contrast with this top and my light skin. But that's the sleeves. But down below with my jeans, it's quite a high color contrast and the eye really does go to the hem, I think. So it brings attention to my hips. Now I may want that or I may not want that, but for me, I try and, I don't know, I'm dancing in front of the camera, but YOLO, I probably try not to do that because, I don't know, it's just not the area that I really want the eye drawn to. Now this is a dark color top and a skirt, and I don't know, you don't really notice the hem of my top all that much. Same with a medium color top. Yes, there's my butt. Yes, that's quite a flattering way to dress for me, I think. I just do think that looks quite good. Excuse me, I have a bit of a cough. Now this is a little bit different. There is quite a high color contrast here with the light top and the dark skirt. That hemline, your eye really gets pulled to it, and I don't think that's as flattering because my lower half is bigger than my top half, and I sort of want to create that balance, which it hasn't done as well. It's not bad, but it's and look at my butt in the mirror there. The eye is really drawn to that. So you can use this when you're thinking of your body type. If you had a big bust, for example, and smaller down below, you might really want to do that. Yeah, so you can do all sorts of trickery. Excuse me. Horizontal lines do a similar thing. They add width. So that will add width to my top half if I want width there, or they would add width to my bottom half if I want width added there. So it's kind of like light colors, how they make things look broader. Now this dress, this is a nice little dress. I wanted to talk to you about shapewear, which is not something I learned until I was an adult. But, you know, as a woman, I have hips and that's normal and awesome and good. But I quite like wearing shapewear to sort of give that seamless sort of look under my dress. And I will show you the skirt that I wear underneath it in a second. I wasn't wearing it in that shot. Okay. So here is a singlet, a camisole that I wear over my bra. I notice that there's you can often see the bra line, which is okay, but again, it's not a seamless look. The eye kind of gets drawn to the ridge of the bra. So a cool idea is putting on a little singlet underneath, and it gives a nice line under a t-shirt. So I do recommend that. Oh, and these are good. Getting one of these if you're wearing a dress, if for going out, or a going out skirt. That is a shapewear skirt I was talking about. That kind of, it's quite, it just pulls you in, I guess you could say. I mean, you don't have to wear that kind of thing, but I quite like wearing it. Now, my dear mom bought me these Bridget Jones beige shorts. A, you cannot fit in them. I did try. B, if you bend over and you can see that under a dress, it's probably not the greatest look. I have seen celebrity photos like Kim Kardashian and I think it was Jennifer Garner step out of a limousine. Their skirt went up a little bit and you could see the Bridget Jones shorts underneath. Not the greatest, in my opinion. But anyway, so get yourself a skirt. And here is some normal underwear, bikini cut. and they're cool. I wear them most of the time, but sometimes if I'm wearing tight clothing, like, I can't think of right now what I'm wearing in this video, what underwear I've got on underneath, but if I'm wearing something really tight, sometimes I don't really want the VPL, the visible panty line, as they call it, the VPL. So a G-string or a thong is not a bad idea to have in your wardrobe. I know they're uncomfortable. I don't think I ever bought one until I was an adult, but I do think it's handy. I know my sister would bunch up her underwear to create that look, to try and get rid of the line, but I told Deli, you must go out and get one. They're helpful. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed these tips, and I will speak to you soon. Ciao, ciao.